They say motion is lotion. So let's incorporate that into our Pilates class today, using the whole body, using the core to stabilize us, using our breath, using our mind body connection, and slowing movements down so that we can make those neural pathways stick. So join me on the mat. If I attend a Pilates class with me, you will always do balance with me, because I feel that that's how we start integrating mind to body, connecting mind to body, getting into the present moment, and then working from there on to actually get the most benefit out of your exercises. Not focusing on repetitions, just focusing on being in your body, integrating the muscles, and working from there. So we will start with some balances. I want you to start with your feet parallel, spreading the toes, making a bit of space between each toe pad. Feel the balance between the front of the foot and the back of the foot. So move yourself forward and back a few times towards the fronts of the feet, and then just gently towards the back, towards the fronts of the feet, and to the back. And I want you to do that a few times. So that you eventually start feeling, okay, when is my weight forward? When is my weight leaning back? And then feeling how you have to integrate abdominal connection as you do that. So feeling that connection, sliding the ribs down. I always think of it as a funnel, thinking on the exhalation that you're pulling the ribs in around the muscles in around the rib cage, intercostal muscles. And the feeling is like a reverse triangle. You're funneling those muscles down, connecting upper core to lower core. Okay. So as you're starting to rock forward and back, take a breath in and out. As you exhale, you're feeling that funneling down, pelvic floor muscles connecting to upper core. Inhale and exhale, getting into your body, your tail hanging long to the floor. It's a slight bend in the knees. Inhale back and exhale forward. And I want you to start slowing the movement down, forward and backward movement down, and finding the middle of your foot. And that middle of the foot should become your plumb line, your ear, your shoulder, your hip line, through the knee, through the ankle bone, and then that centeredness across the middle of the foot. Feel the integration of muscles. Okay, so we're going to from there rise up onto the toes, and we're looking at spreading the toes on the floor and pushing the ankle bones in towards each other. So if you're looking at my legs, my ankles and knees into my hips, sitting bones, actually they align with sitting bones, and they're trying to make a straight line. I'm trying to keep those ankles in the same line, so we don't want this look. Don't want pushing your weight out into the outside border of the foot. You want that straight line. Take a breath in, big exhale, coming up 5. As always, 8 to 10 reps. You can start with more if you like. There we go. Getting mind-body connection. Balance is great for that. Okay, energy through crown of the head. Imagine a puppet string pulling you up as you go up into your toes. As you put your heels down, it's a gentle touch. It's not you dropping your heels down. You're actually just feeling like there's a puff of air underneath your heels, and you're gently touching your heels down to lift that back up. So you're always in your center through the core. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more. And last one, I want you to stay up onto tiptoes. Keep the connection in the tummy, and we're going to just walk one heel down, one up. Exhale, and we go 2. I'm trying to keep my hips line straight, so I'm not going like that. I'm going straight line, ribs above the hips. Connection in the tummy. Ankles staying nice and straight. Spread the toes. This is great for the arches of the feet as well. So pushing into that big toe as you stretch the plantar flexors underneath the feet. Great stretch for the arches of the feet, especially if you're a person that cramps through your feet a lot. Waking up those muscles. And 10. There we go. Good. We're going to rise up onto the toes. We're going to open up our shoulders and our neck, and we're going to slowly start rolling down. You may do this with your heels down if this feels a little bit too advanced or a bit too wobbly through your ankles, but it's a great way to train your body where it is in space. using those proprioceptors around the ankles, the knees, the hips. And because you're changing your body's spatial position, creating great neural work. Whoopsie, I'm falling over. Just keep trying to keep on those tiptoes. Your heels, that doesn't even have to be very high. Push those ankle bones in, lift through the abdomens as you roll down, reach the arms nice and long. And do it slowly. The slower you do it, the better you're working to integrate all the muscles of the body through the core, the legs, scooping that tail one vertebra at a time. And if you're doing it correctly, you should start feeling your ankles, your calf muscles working into the hamstrings at the back, feeling the core working. Okay, I'm going to do one more connection in the tummy. And although you're not even doing major movements, you'd start feeling your body warming up quite quickly because you're trying to focus so many different things, integrating so many different muscles. So you should start feeling warmer quite quickly. There we go. Good. Now you're going to send the arms out to the side. You're going to open up the neck and shoulders. And I want you to just start circling through those shoulders. Keep the heels high if you can too. Imagine pushing your ankle bones inwards towards each other as you do this. Rib over hip, breathing as you go. 8, 9. Reverse the circle going other direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. We're going to go over to the side. We're going to bend over. And all these movements are making you use your upper body to stretch, and your lower half of your body stays quite stable. So that's a challenge in itself. Your upper body is moving while your lower half of your body is staying quite steady. You're still working through your core. Your core is what helps you to stay balanced. And we go through. These ankles are getting nice and tight. Reach over. Try and keep the shoulder away from the ear as best you can. And reaching that arm into a parallel line to the bottom one as best you can. There we go. And I'm going to do one more on this side. And we go reaching up and over. Connection in the core. And send release to the other side. Push those ankle bones in towards each other. Let's go. Exhale. Use your breath. And all the way up. If I was to do this very quickly, I will fall over. So being on tiptoes forces me to slow the movement down and focus on each little movement as I move my upper body. And we go. Reach. Oh, I'm getting wobbly. Those legs are getting tired. And all the way up. And we go. Last one. Reaching up and over. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And all the way up to the top. And you can lower those heels down. Okay, good work. Okay, so stretch out those feet if you need to. I certainly need to stretch out my feet. You can do a little circle over the ankle there just to loosen them up. We'll do more circles in a second. Okay, nice little warm up that we're doing. Okay, so about 10 or 5 on each side. And you're going to bring your one leg up for me. Okay, standing nice and tall. You're still on that one leg. I want you to focus on opening up your neck and shoulders, pulling that knee nice and high and tight to the chest. And that in itself will throw your center. So you've got to get into those abs a bit more. Supporting leg, you're going to bend in line with second and third toe. You're trying to keep your hips level. Inhale, big exhale to stretch. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch as deep as you can go through that calf and Achilles heel. Your weight slightly more to the back of your leg. And as you stretch, squeeze through the glute to elongate your spine using the muscles of the legs. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Exhale, 9. Last one. And 10, your ankle circles on your lifted leg. Big ankle circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse. And 1, 2, as big as you can go with those ankle circles. 5, 6, keep your shoulders wide. 8, hips as level as you can maintain. And 10, good. We're going to cross this leg over the top of the knee. We connect the tummy. We're going to reach our arms forward and our tailbone to the back. Long arms. We're still working lots of core, lots of balance because we're using one leg. If this is too much for you, use something to balance you on the one side, and you can still benefit from the stretching through the hips, the movement through multiple joints, yeah? Knees, hips, shoulders. Again, focusing on integration, integration through the whole body. Hips are square, tailbone back, the back is long. And I'm just going to do one more on this side. And this is actually a nice warm-up clip for most things. So if you're going to play sports, or if you're preparing yourself for a strength workout, all these movements are great to do before that. Now we've got the foot in the hand at the back, and you're going to tuck your tail underneath you. So think of zipping up the pubis, belly button to spine. The two knees are in the same line, and you're going to be pushing your foot back. So we are doing tailbone under, zip it up, pushing your foot back away from you. Big exhale and inhale. Big exhale, feeling that quadricep on the front of the thigh opening up. You're also getting a beautiful stretch through the front of your shoulder. So utilize that. And 4. And release. And 5. And release. And we go 6. Release. And we go 7. Release. And 8. Release. And 9. Release. Last one to go. We go 10 and release. There we go. Good work. We have a whole other side to do. So we're pulling the knee up towards us. We're opening up our shoulders and our neck, squeezing through the supporting glute. Level those hips off. Integrate abdominals. Once you're ready, you spread your toes on the floor, your knee bends, and that knee's trying to stay in line. Second and third toe. Feel that line going up through the hip, up through the crown of the head, like you're being pulled up by a puppet string. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Breath always underlying to all your movements. Inhale, taking it into the lungs. Exhale, closing the ribs, funneling that breath out of the lungs and the rib cage. So your rib cage, you feel like you're narrowing through the ribs as you exhale, getting that upper core connected to lower core. Inhale and exhale. 3. And we go. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch. 4. Working through that glute. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch. 5. And we go. Inhale. And 6. That knee wobbling away. But that's good for it. Finding its right position in space throughout. So even if it's wobbly, you're still doing so much work through those proprioceptors, able to recover your body as you do the movement. Instead of just putting the foot down, try and focus on the balance and see if you can rectify yourself if you're falling over. And your legs will start talking to you. Your feet might start talking to you. You're doing it correctly. And that should be 10, guys. And we're going to go circle 1 and 2. And I'm doing it deliberately slowly. 4 helps with your balance if you do it slowly. 6, 7, 8. Spreading the toes. 9, 10. Other direction. Another little tip for balance is finding a spot in front of you. So use your visual focus to help you find your center, find a spot that you can zoom into and focus on. That just helps you stay connected, stay focused. Here we go, that's 10, and we're going to cross this leg over, squaring and leveling the hips off. We're going to reach our arms forward, our tailbone back, stretching around that hip complex through the glutes, chest high and forward. Exhale, inhale, bringing ourselves up, and we go, exhale. Trying to keep those hips level too, and bringing yourself up. Inhale, and we go, big exhale. 3, reaching those arms and bringing yourself up. Last one to go, inhale, and we go, exhale. 4, reaching those arms, connection in the core, and bringing yourself up. Good. And we're going to take that foot at the back like we did with the other side. And we're going to bring foot into hand, hand against the foot, zip pubis up, tailbone long to the back, open up the shoulder, the 2 knees in the same line. And we're going to push the foot back. Exhale to press back and release. Deepen abdominal connection. Press back and release. And we go. Press back. 3. Releasing. Last one. Press back. 4. Releasing. Here we go. I think we did up to 10 on the other side. I could be wrong. 5. I'm just going to continue to 10. 6. And we go. 7. And we go. 8. And we go 9, opening up the shoulder, last one. And you can hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing those legs. And they should be nice and warm already. Body should feel a little bit more lubricated after that. Beautiful warm-up to do before your Pilates class or as part of your Pilates class, or if you do a strength training workout or if you want to go and do sports. It just gets you into the body and gets you to connect your core, the back of your mat, open up your shoulder. We've done our balance. We've integrated belly button to spine, integrated mind to body. So let's do a big arm circle. We reach all the way up, overhead, and all the way forward. We're going to walk into our plank position, opening up the neck and shoulders, keeping the connection in the tummy. We're going to bring the one leg off the floor. I'm going to start with my left leg, bringing the leg off the floor, and I'm going to push with my supporting foot and pull. Push and pull. If that's too hard at this stage, bring your foot on the floor. You can still do push and pull there with both feet on the ground. Strong arms. We only do 4 of them. Then I want you to take that leg a little bit higher and then bring it underneath you to the front, not letting your body weight fall. You have strong arms. You're going to bring yourself back to that plank lifted leg and bringing the leg forward and down. Back leg is straight, shoulders are open, arms pressing firmly into the ground, nice and strong. Bringing the leg up. 3. Connection in the tummy, not too high at the back, just in line with your body, and bring it forward. Good stretch through your hips there, supporting leg at the back, straight like a plank. Belly button to spine, open shoulders. And we go 4, and bringing it in front of you, behind the 2 wrists. Here we go. And bring the leg back, up, connection in the tummy. From there, we're going to bring our knee to the side. Exhale, and back. And exhale, looking at this knee coming to the armpit and back, opening up the shoulders. 3, and back, last one. 4, and back. I'm going to find my way back to my feet. I'm going to stay on tiptoes, and I'm going to roll up. Connection in the tummy, roll through the back, through the spine, all the way to the top. Good work. Let's try the other side. So you can stay on tiptoes, you can go up and overhead, and we're going to roll down, and we're going to walk forward to our plank once again. And again, we're going to go now with the right leg. So we're going to go push with the toes and pull. Plank position, lifting out of hips. Remember, those hips are high. We don't want sagging hips. That's wrong. And we go 4, connection in the tummy. Now we're going to pop that leg a little bit higher, keep the connection in the tummy. Swing the leg forward behind the two wrists, like a pigeon stretch, they would call it in yoga. But your back leg is straight, so you're not resting onto the floor. You're in a plank. You're just stretching that leg forward and popping it back to where you started. Exhale, stretch, strong back leg, strong arms, and popping back up. And we go 3, and popping back up. Last one, and we go 4, and popping back up. Same leg to the side. Okay, looking at the elbow, knee, exhale, and straight to the back. And exhale, 2, straight to the back. And we go 3, use those abs, and back, last one, and 4, and back. And we step onto the feet. We walk back, hands to the feet. We tuck our tail, we lift our belly, and we roll up. Lots of tummy connection to the good. Walk to our plank, rolling up, rolling down into our plank. From our plank, we're going to do bend elbows, bend knees, bend elbows, stretch knees, stretch elbows, bend knees, bend elbows, stretch knees, load those arms, full stretch with the arms, bend knees, bend elbows. We do 4 of them, open up the neck and shoulders, 4, and stretch. Pyramid, reaching your hand to the opposite leg, exhale, and back to plank. 2, we do 4 of them as well, and we go 3, and we go 4. Connection in the tummy. From there, we're going to find our way back. Bend the knees, tuck the tail, roll up, 1 vertebra at a time. And shoulders. 1, and 2, and 3. And I'm reducing my reps specifically because I'm trying to keep everything integrated. You'll still get enough work. Do it nice and slow. Focus on the abdominals, focus on the squareness and the alignment. Back to the middle and lowering the knees down. We lift the knees up, we open up the shoulders, deepen abdominals. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we walk opposite arm to leg. To watch my hips, I'm trying to stay stable and square. And reverse. 1, integrate tummy muscles. 3, 4, and lower the knees down. So we're going to spice up the bear crawls a little bit. So what you're going to do is, again, lift the knees just off the floor, keep the connection in the tummy. You're going to bring your one leg off the floor. You rotate body to the back corner of your mat. I'm on my arm, kicking my leg forward. I'm twisting my hips to the back corner of my mat, and then I have to twist my hips back to meet both hands on the floor. Okay, same side. Exhale and bring your hips down. So what I'm doing, I'm propelling with my hips and pulling it back, using my shoulder strength on my one side to do that for me. So I'm going exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Other side, back corner of the mat. Rotate my hips and shoulders, bring it back to center. Okay, and we go exhale, bring it back to center. 3, and bring it back, and 4. Bring it back. 4 bear crawls to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want you to hop forward. Feet closer to the hands. My weight's in my arms. And I hop back to where I started 4 times. Light on my feet. Forward. Back. 2 more. Light on my feet. Forward. Back. Last one. Forward. Back. Reverse bear crawl. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we lower those knees down. Good. And you can do 3 rounds of that, more if you want to. Jazz up that bear crawl a little bit. You are using your whole body, arms, legs, hips, core. Try it.